بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. So what's the iftar time today? 8:19. 8:19. Just few requests I have. We should remind ourselves by next Sunday, by this time, it will be all over. We will have celebrated Eid. Whether Eid will be on Saturday or Sunday. So we should remind ourselves, no, I'm going to value each and every moment of that's slipping away from me. Ramadan, beautiful Ramadan, it's not going to be with us. And then memories will be left. Sweet memories of Ramadan will be left. Oars alone can never prevail to reach the distant coast. Oars alone can never prevail to reach the distant coast. The rahmah of Allah, the mercy of Allah must swell the sail. The rahmah of Allah, or the mercy of Allah must swell the sail, or all the toil is lost, or all the toil is lost. Then sweet memories of Ramadan will be left. And Allah knows how this world is going to be here from now on. Subhanallah, the way things going, huh? अब अल्लाह ही है, अब अल्लाह वाली गली है. All the hopes and the plannings and aspirations and ambitions have always been, all of them have been put on hold. When we make wudu, we should use water sparingly. It should not be full force. It's called israf. The waste of water has been forbidden. It's for me. I'm making this nasiha to myself, right? All of you are better than me, right? So such nasiha should be taken positively and not personally, right? So we should use the water sparingly. I requested Jamshed Saab to bring some toilet towel papers, and he could only bring 2. Right? So you use towel papers sparingly. I used to use excessively, but now I take 1 sheet. And it's my humble request, when you're all done, make sure you bring back some towel papers, huh? Yes? Bring some towel papers. Yes. I don't need Eid. You can put donation to the masjid itself. I'm fine, alhamdulillah. Mere liye Allah kafi hai, alhamdulillah. Is enough to fulfill my needs. मेरी ज़रूरतें वो गैब से पूरी करता है, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. बड़े अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अला कुल्ली हाल. Okay. So that's one thing, that we should use towel paper sparingly. And you know how I dry my feet? So I put those napkins there, as you have seen them. I try to dry my bottom of my feet with napkins instead of towel paper sheets. We have few in stock, but they're going to run out soon. So it's my request, after Ramadan is over, please try to bring as many as you can. It's my humble request. Inshallah, it's very important that we become a positive thinker. We always look at the positive side of the life, no matter what happens. For example, if my wife yells at me, right? That happens almost in every house, right? I always Hazrat. Sad. Oh my God. It's okay, Hazrat. At least you have a wife. Say Alhamdulillah. And he will, Abrar Sahib will have a wife in his life. Inshallah.
Inshallah will be very good.
क्यों हजरत ये वाइफ तो नहीं याद आ गई अच्छा चलो ठीक है आ जाइएगा वापस ओके ठीक है चलो आ जाइएगा वापस so I always your wife is going to come soon huh? Also Maulana Ibrahim Sahib's wife I mean so
Inshallah, mine as well.
his as well inshallah and his as well and anyone who in this majlis desires to have a halal wife say Ameen.
Ameen.
So if my wife yells at me, I always look at her qualities. This is how I do. This is what I do. So a lot of things happen. Be positive. Okay? Be
Positive.
The journey of life will become much easier. So such nasiha should not be taken personally, right? Rather, should be taken positively, right? That the halat are coming from Allah. Either Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly makes our islah, He makes our islah through halat. For example, a bad khayal comes in a person's heart and all of a sudden this person spills the hot tea. All of a sudden. Oh, I just got punished for having an immoral thought. Hota hai na sabke saath. It happens to everyone almost. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making islah. And sometimes through shaykh, through teacher, I've often heard people tell me, I went for Friday prayer and the Imam Sahab was discussing the same thing I was going through. We're supposed to just be discussing heart. I will come to it. When we just recently came from Pakistan, and I and my family, we reached Islamabad airport. It was Thursday evening. And as we were cleared, our luggage was deposited, and then as we were getting ready to aboard Saudi airline, we were told flight has been cancelled. So there was a lot of afra-tafri at the Islamabad airport. People were disturbed. See what we human beings are. So Alhamdulillah, as expected, I had a book in my hand. Right? Always do when I travel. Up to this point, I will study a book. At this point, I will study my iPad, my albums that I've saved, and the other nice books that I've saved, alhamdulillah, uploaded. So when that news happened, I told my family, sabr ki sunnaton ko zinda kare. This is the time to revive the sunnah of sabr. So we all recited, I, my wife, my daughter, my son, older son, Maulana Ibrahim Sahib. We started reciting, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It is takhfiful huzn. It lightens up your, it reduces your, huzn is the inner grief. वो गम जो अंदर से खाता है बंदे को. That's huzn. And khawf is khawf of an animal, fear of something that may cause you damage or hurt you physically. Snake, or lion, tiger, whatever, what have you. Khawf, that's called khawf. So, for awliya Allah, there will be no khawf and no huzn on the Day of Judgment. So we recited, it reduces takhfiful huzn, it reduces your huzn. When anything bad happens and we start saying, let's say together. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The next thing we should do is, if we can, make wudu, and if it's not a makruh time, make some nawafil. Make tahiyatul wudu or nawafil. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Ista'inu bis sabri was salah. Ista'inu bis sabri was salah. So seek help from sabr and from salah. So if we do that, we just making wudu, it really purifies us, and it we emotionally feel better by making wudu. And there's another dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's say it together. Allahumma ajirni fi musibati wakhluf li khayran minha. Yes. Allah, give me sabr on this musibah. Give me ajr on this musibah, and replace it with something better. We Muslims in modern times have lost our connection with our earlier Muslims. We're so disconnected from our past. That's why we Muslims are going through so many problems all over the world. You know, one of my most favorite story, आज अल्लाह को ही मंजूर था, किताब खुली हुई है, मेरा अल्लाह ही बेहतर जानता है. But as we look back, जब मैं माजी के दरीचों में झांकता हूँ, as I look back into the past, I see that Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salam has already migrated to Madinatul Munawwara, and Muhajirin are migrating from Meccatul Mukarramah, and the rage and fury of Abu Jahl and company is at the high level. It's nothing new. And Salma, her husband and her little baby, they are migrating as well. The tribe of Salma comes. दरवाजा खुले छोड़ दीजिएगा. अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला सय्यिदिना. अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला सय्यिदिना. अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला सय्यिदिना. So the tribe of Salma says, you can't go. You cannot take this baby. Now, the tribe comes and tells the husband of Salma that you cannot take your wife. And then, okay, so this is my understanding of that story, that the tribe of Salma comes and they tell her husband, you cannot take this woman with you. And the tribe of Salma's husband came and said, you cannot take this baby. So look at this, the family is broken up. Salma's husbands tribe takes the baby away. Then the tribe of Salma comes and they take Sayyidah Salma away. And her husband migrates on his own. Just remember how he must have traveled that journey. And he goes all the way to Madinatul Munawwara. Just imagine him with Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and just imagine what Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was going through. The Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what he was going through. And Salma is by herself, baby has been taken away. And she used to go to Wadi Batha and cried for 1 year. For how long?
1 year.
हमसे तो थोड़ी सी परेशानी बर्दाश्त नहीं होती. Allah Akbar Kabira. I mean, let alone the Muslims who are not practicing Islam. Muslims who are practicing Islam, their sabr is non-existent. Some of them. I'm not generalizing it. Oh, inna lillahi. So, Mother Salma radiallahu cried for 1 year. And then, after 1 year, her tribe returned her baby. For 1 year. And then, she sits on a camel and begins to leave Makkah al-Mukarramah. One great woman with her and with her baby. And she was met by Usman bin Talha, I think that was his name, I think. And he said, "Where are you going?" And she said, "I'm going to be with my husband." And then she said, "Wallahi, it's me, Allah, me and my baby." That's how she answers. This was Tawheed. You see, look at those wordings. ये जितनी आपके इंडो-पाक सब कॉन्टिनेंट में तफरकाबाजी है, ये आपकी समझ में आ जाएगी. How people have deviated from Tawheed. She said, Allah, me and my baby. This is Tawheed Khalis. Anyway, Usman bin Talha was non-Muslim. There are a lot of good non-Muslims out there. Okay, we live in a non-Muslim society and we see it with our own eyes, right? There are a lot of good Christians out there. There are a lot of good Jews out there. There are a lot of good people out there, and we deal with them on a regular basis. There are a lot of good people in this country. So there are a lot of good non-Muslims out there, and we should treat them with respect. Usman bin Talha was not a Muslim, and they would travel a manzil, and then he would go away, make camel sit down, and Salma radiallahu anha would come off the camel, rest, and then when he would make camel sit, she would sit on it, he would grab the rein and travel until they reached Madinatul Munawwara. And Salma radiallahu anha says, I rarely saw such a gentle human being. You know, like when we were growing up in Pakistan, when all this stuff was not there. Yeah. So you know how we were growing up? कि तुम्हारे दोस्त की बेटी, तुम्हारे दोस्त की माँ तुम्हारी माँ की तरह है, तुम्हारे दोस्त की बहन तुम्हारी बहन की तरह है. This is how we grew up in Pakistan. And that your friend's mother is like your mother, your friend's sister is like your sister. Those values are almost gone. I today so much stuff is happening. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted this good deed by that Usman bin Talha, and later on he becomes Muslim. Now the sabr of Salma radiallahu anha, of 1 year, how Allah rewarded her. She spent some years with Usman bin Talha. With her husband, Abu Salma. And then he passes away. And then he completes her iddat, which is 4 months and 10 days, I believe. And then what happens? Stop here. Think. If we will do sabr for the pleasure of Allah, what will happen? Number 1, Inna Allaha ma'as sabirin. Allah is with those who do sabr. उनको अल्लाह ताला की माइयत हासिल हो जाती है. Allah is with them who do sabr. Next thing, Allah rewards them first in dunya. الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون. I love these verses. Whenever I go through, and my life as a khadim of a masjid is not an easy life. You don't know the text that I received today. I didn't even tell you. I'm not even going to tell you, but I answered it. I go through that stuff. But anyway, so these ayat are my favorite ayat. Then I recite them in nawafil when I lead prayer. ये आयतें मुझे संभाला देती हैं, मुझे सहारा देती हैं. I don't stop anyone from going to a psychologist for a therapy. Please, if that helps you, please do. Please do. Or a psychiatrist, please do. But if you want to take my advice, as a peace-loving American Muslim, right? What are we?
Peace-loving American.
If you want to take my advice, make wudu and memorize these verses and recite them. And see what happens. How much strength you will develop. So what happens to Salma? Stop. Let me complete the story. Yeah? I know some of you are maybe excited to share the end. She was a sabira. Huh? She did sabr for the pleasure of Allah. Just imagine, let's go back. In Wadi Batha, a woman whose husband has been departed, no future in sight, no cell phones, no email, no text message. Her only baby has been taken away for a year. She used to sit in Wadi Batha and cry before Allah. But I don't think, Maazallah sum Maazallah, that she said, I am bad naseeb, I am bad kismat. किसी ने मुझ पे कोई जादू कर दिया है. I don't think so. ये बातें एक मुसलमान को ज़ेब नहीं देती. A Muslim should not talk like this. When bad things happen, what should we do? Ruju ilallah. Inabat ilallah. What are we supposed to do? Because only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can correct this situation. And He will. And He does correct the situation. And what was the reward of her sabr after she completed her iddat? She received marriage proposal from Sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And today, we remember her as Sayyida Salma radiallahu anha, mother of the believers, Ummahatul Mumineen, Azwajum Mutahharat. And what happens? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Allahu Akbar Kabira. So, let me finish the story. Basharte Zindagi. Then Prophet ﷺ went to 1400. He saw a dream with 1400 people in ihram. They reached they took an unknown path to get into Makkah al-Mukarramah for Umrah. His she-camel does not move forward. Didn't go in there. Stopped at one point. They did every hila and wasila. And then Prophet ﷺ said, this is not the Mashiach of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should think along those lines. As a Muslim, we believe in Allah. We say, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah, one of the most important statements that we make frequently in our namaz. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. And I bear witness that Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Allah's servant and Allah's Rasul. When his she-camel stopped, Prophet ﷺ said, leave her alone. It is not the Mashiach of Allah that we go. Look, whose dream we're talking about? Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then, what happens over there? Sulh Hudaybiyah. And when Sahaba Ikram, Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu was upset because of the terms and conditions. ये मेरा पैगाम है जज्बाती मुसलमानों के लिए जो छोटी छोटी बातों में जज्बात में आ जाते हैं. Have you ever seen जज्बाती मुसलमान? You have? Yes, I have. No, I have not.
Yes, I have.
Has it? I have too. जज्बाती मुसलमान फौरन जज्बात में आ जाते हैं. So Sahaba Ikram became emotional on those terms and conditions. And Prophet ﷺ, because they had to come out of ihram, he went back to his tent, and who comforts him? Sayyida Salma radiallahu anha. I love they're my mothers, they're our mothers. From starting Khadijatul Kubra and all Sayyida Aisha, Sayyida Zainab and Sayyida Hafsa, Sayyida Juwairiya, Sayyida Salma. They're all our mothers. But I don't know, I have this very special form of love for Sayyida Salma. My older sister, her name was Salma. She passed away. Please make love for her. She was my mentor and tutor when I was a kid in 6th and 7th grade and a very naughty one. She taught me English. She was a very good mentor for me. But I have a very special love for Sayyida Salma radiallahu anha. At that time, see, this is the role of a good wife. Not to ignite the emotions of her husband, but to cool him off. मुसलमान मर्दों को भी तरबियत की जरूरत है, औरतों को तो बहुत ज़्यादा तरबियत की जरूरत है. And when Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was hurt, he comes back, and what she says, अल्लाह के प्यारे महबूब सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, ये आपके प्यारे सहाबा हैं, ये आपसे मोहब्बत रखते हैं. अल्लाह के प्यारे महबूब, ये आपके प्यारे सहाबा हैं, ये आपसे मोहब्बत रखते हैं. बस इनके जज्बात को थोड़ी ठेस पहुंची. She comforted Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They're your noble companions, but they're hurt. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina. This is sabr, my brothers. And I conclude with this. I have to give one more message. But I conclude this story with this beautiful poetry by Allama Muhammad Iqbal रहमतुल्लाह अलैह. मैं तुझे क्या बताऊं वो सहरा नशी क्या थे. मैं तुझे क्या बताऊं वो सहरा नशी क्या थे. अगर चाहूं तो नक्शा खींच के अल्फाज में रख दूं, मगर तेरे तखय्युल से फजूतर है वो नज़ारा. My message to my Muslim brothers in Pakistan is प्यारा पाकिस्तान, कि मैंने कुछ उलमा के कल नाम लिए थे, 2 उलमा के नाम लेना भूल गया. ये सही अहले सुन्नत वल जमात के सही उलमा हैं. एक का नाम है मौलाना शबीर अहमद उस्मानी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह, जिन्होंने मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना मरहूम का जनाजा पढ़ाया था और उनको कायदे आज़म का खिताब दिया. आप तहकीक करें कि उनका मसलक क्या है, और यही सही मसलक है. नंबर 2, जब अल्लामा मोहम्मद इकबाल रहमतुल्लाह अलैह स्टक हो गए थे मसला ख़त्म नबूवत में, कंफ्यूज हो गए थे. ये बहुत बड़ा फितना ये है ना, जिस गुरु ने माज़अल्लाह इनकार किया है ख़त्म नबूवत का, तौबा मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा ये फितना है. दुआ किया करें अल्लाह हर कलमा को मुसलमान को इस फितने से बचाए. दुआ किया करें. तो अल्लामा मोहम्मद इकबाल मरहूम कंफ्यूज हो चुके थे. तो एक बहुत बड़े आलिम थे जिनका नाम था स्पेशली ब्रदर अब्दुल रहमान एंड उस्मान एंड स्पेशली 3 of you कि आपने दीन का काम करना है. उनका नाम था हज़रत मौलाना अनवर शाह काश्मीरी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह. क्या नाम था उनका? हज़रत मौलाना अनवर शाह काश्मीरी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह. बहुत मुक़द्दस हस्ती थे. उनके बारे में तो लोग कहते हैं ताबईन की याद ताज़ा कर देते थे. उनका इल्म, उनका ज़ुहद, उनका तक़वा. तो अल्लामा मोहम्मद इकबाल रहमतुल्लाह अलैह ने उनको बुलाया अपने पास, दावत की और कहा हज़रत मैं कंफ्यूज हो चुका हूँ. हज़रत ने उनके सारे इश्काल रफ़ा कर दिए. फिर अल्लामा इकबाल बिल्कुल शद्दो मत के साथ ख़त्म नबूवत के ऊपर जम गए. फिर उन्होंने अपने उस प्यारे कलाम के ज़रिए अशार कहे और नौजवान बहुत फॉलो करते थे अल्लामा साहब को. फिर जब अनवर शाह काश्मीरी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह फौत हुए तो अल्लामा इकबाल ने वो तारीख़ी अशार कहे. हज़ारों साल नरगिस अपनी बेनूरी पे रोती है, बड़ी मुश्किल से होता है चमन में दीद अवर पैदा. और ये आजिज़ ये कहता है, हज़ारों साल नरगिस अपनी बेनूरी पे रोती है, बड़ी मुश्किल से होता है अनवर शाह काश्मीरी पैदा. ये है सही मेरे पाकिस्तानी भाई और बहनों, ये है सही अहले सुन्नत वल जमात. धोखे में ना आइएगा, ये बड़े धोखे और फरेब का दौर है. अल्लाह की हिफ्ज़-ओ-अमान में. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.